Hi there, my name's Nick Waugh-bacchus and I'm here to read you a bit from my book, which is called Platonic. Now, I should say there's a bit of a warning here. If you are a child, and I think probably under the age of 15, I suppose I should say 18 really, then you really shouldn't be watching this because there could be some adult words in there. Yes. So if you are, you need to turn off now. If, however, you are sort of, 15 and 18 and above, then you can listen to this. It hasn't got too many adult words in, to be honest with you. Well, not this particular reading. A lot of the other readings will have. I think I say cock in this one, but that's about it. Right, so Platonic, it's a book about relationships, and the scene I'm going to read you today involves our hero, a guy called Jack, and someone who works with him is a lady called Sharon. Now, Sharon is a bit of a cougar, you might call her, or a sex-obsessed pest, might be another way of describing it. Anyway, she frequently asks Jack to show her his cock, and it's rather rude, but there you go. So this is a little bit of a scene here from the book. His rambling stream of thought was mercifully cut short by Sharon plonking down his mug of coffee. Ah, thanks, Sharon. Sharon took this as an invitation to talk and promptly eased some of Jack's paperwork to one side and perched herself on the end of his desk. So, how's it going, Jack? Jack was suspicious. Good, thanks, Sharon. How about you? Sharon nodded enthusiastically. Yeah, great, thanks. Good. Jack smiled in the hope that this would signal the end of the conversation and that he could get back to obsessing about Hayley, or at the very least to do some of the work that began to pile up and just be moved to make space for Sharon's backside. Jack, his hopes were swiftly quashed, I wanted to talk to you about something. Jack's head was now full of dread. If Sharon was about to talk him through her latest sexual shenanigans with Ken, then Jack may have to stab her with Hayley's pen. What's that then, Sharon? He tried to sound as businesslike as possible. Well, as you know, me and Ken have been seeing each other for a while now. Jack began to reach for his pen. And I just wanted to check you're all right with that. Jack stopped in his tracks and looked to Sharon with a rather puzzled expression that cried out for an explanation. Sharon misinterpreted this look for one of affirmation that she was right to bring up the subject. Jack, I am a woman. Sharon's low-cut top was testament to this, a fact that Jack was trying to ignore, which was not easy, as her breasts were at his eye level and barely a foot away from him. You've been acting a little strange in the last week or so since you found out about me and Kenny. Even Kenny has noticed it. Jack looked even more bemused now. Sharon reached out and gently and reassuringly placed her hand on his. Listen, I'm sorry I haven't paid you much attention recently. Jack began to grasp where this poor misguided woman was heading and foolishly tried to stop her flow. Oh, no, 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 no! His protestations were cut short by two of her fingers pushing against his rather startled lips. Jack, Jack, we have to face facts. I can't ask you to show me your cock anymore. It's just not right. The two fingers pressed firmly against his lips prevented Jack from letting Sharon know that it had never and would never be right. Besides, he was too scared that if he opened his mouth she might put her fingers in it. What we had, Jack, Jack's eyebrows raised at the terrifying thought that he'd actually had something with Sharon, was something on a spiritual plane. Do you know what I mean? Sharon moved her fingers to enable Jack to speak. Jack didn't quite know what to say, with the result that a series of non-committal half-words fell out of his open jaw. Jack, look. I think if we had turned our relationship into something more physical, then it would have been incredible. Seriously, I'm very open-minded and extremely flexible. Jack winced at the sincerity of Sharon's analysis. But the fact is we missed that opportunity. I'm with Kenny now. It would be wrong for us to carry on as we did. I may be a real woman, a real sexual woman, but I'm also a faithful woman. I can't cheat on Ken. Is that okay, Jack? It was obviously very okay for Jack. All he had to do was to work out how he could say it was okay without encouraging Sharon to jump on him there and then. That's fine, Sharon. And to be honest, I don't think we ever actually got to the stage where a physical relationship was on the cards. Sharon looked a little shocked. However, calm swiftly returned to her as she allowed herself to reinterpret Jack's sentence. Perhaps you're right, Jack. Perhaps we needed to wait a little longer. Sometimes when I've been out with people and we've waited before having sex, the sex has always been that much better. I remember one time when I waited to the third date before screwing this guy. It was truly amazing. As indeed you are. Jack felt the impulsion to interrupt and curtail this discussion as soon as he could, lest Sharon start to go into even more detail and, heaven forbid, work herself up into a frenzy whilst perched on his desk. And on that note, Sharon, I really must get on, but thank you for taking the time to set things straight between us. You're welcome. Sharon kissed her 2 fingers and planted them on Jack's cheek before easing herself off the side of the desk and heading back to the rest of the cashiers, who had themselves been enjoying a break from the numerous graphic stories of Sharon's last holiday. Jack smiled to himself and shook his head. How could one person so misunderstand a situation? So there you go. A little extract from my book there, Platonic. I'm now going to flash it on the screen. The book, that is. There you go. So if you want it, just go ahead and order it. Thanks very much. I shall put another extract on the whatever it is, YouTube. That's it, isn't it? Very soon. Thanks a lot.